Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? This won't be a very long live. I just wanted to give you all an update on my eye since I had the operation nearly a month ago. Fuck, it feels longer than that. It feels so much longer than that. But yeah, doctors are happy with everything that's going on. My eye is healing good. I am able to see much clearer than I could. So that's a good thing. What else can I talk to you, girl, all of you about? No one's in here. But over the last few days, I've been doing some cooking, which is awesome. I've missed cooking so much. But over the last 5 days, over the last few days, I should say, I cooked up some chili con carne, I cooked up some beef stroganoff, some pastas. Hey, Kitty Witty, how you doing, sweetie? I've been doing a lot of cooking. So I have freezer, not necessarily full, but full enough to see me through for the next few weeks while it's been freaking hot here in Adelaide. It is hot. What else can I tell you? All I will be when I can touching on a few things that I would like to discuss this year, but I'm not going to go into it too much. But I would like to try and discuss a case that's not popular, but relevant to bring into the forefront. And I've got to do as much research on it as I can because but the thing is, there's not much information about this case I want to discuss, and that's the Rihanna Barreau case. So I'd like to be able to discuss that. Sorry, hang on. Oh, if you find that video again, feel free to let me know because all I use is mince, and those in America who are watching, that's ground beef. Mix 4-bean mix, crushed tomatoes, and a sachet and some water. That's all I use. So I don't need to chop anything for that recipe, so that's good. But everything else I've cooked so far, it's just been basically, getting through it. Today I went for a CT scan on my neck to find out if I have a pinched nerve. I found out when I see my GP on Wednesday. Thank you, Kitty Witty. Yeah. So I find out when I see my doctor next. I thought I'll get to see him Tuesday, but his only available appointment is on Wednesday. So I find out what's going on, if I have a pinched nerve or not, and if not, then who the hell freaking knows what's going on with my hands. But the last few nights I've been waking up in the middle of the night in excruciating amount of pain because I can't move my hand. I can move my hands, but it hurts so bad. So if I don't have a pinched nerve in my neck, I don't know what it could be. Maybe arthritis, maybe something else. There's always something going on with me. But I had a full-on week this week. Monday, I caught up with my brother. Tuesday, I had my Anglicare worker and my doctor's appointment to get the referral to get the CT scan. Wednesday, shopping. Thursday, what did I do yesterday? Oh, yesterday I spent most of the day just doing a little bit of touch-up on my kitchen when I made a mess when I was doing some cooking on Wednesday. But I cleaned that all up because I have an inspection coming up. I would have cleaned it up probably anyway, but still did that. And then today I did the rest of my cooking, which was quite fun. And I didn't realize how much I missed cooking until I couldn't cook anymore. But I can now. So all being well, I've already made my meal prep ideas for next fortnight, which I don't know, it sounds so to go that far ahead, but hey, if I don't do it, who will, right? Anyway, I hope you're all well, and please keep your fingers crossed that I don't need another surgery for whatever. I don't think I would for a pinched nerve if it's a pinched nerve, but who knows what the hell's going on with my body at the moment. I feel like it's giving up on me, but I won't give up on it. So that's the difference there. What else has been happening? Well, while everyone, well, not Kitty Witty, you're the only one talking in here out of the 4 people that are in here. What's new with everybody else? What's been happening in your neck of the woods or your part of the world? What's been happening? Oh, fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to highlight that. Sorry, Kitty. Holy shit, Kitty. Take care of yourself, Don. I don't know what's going on, but it's like if it gets too hot or too cold, or I just get too hot, then my hands go completely pins and needles and numb. And if you're wondering how I could actually, if my hands go numb, how I feel the pins and needles is because it's like, yeah, they're just weird. They go tingly and weird, and that's both hands. And as you all know, I've already had an operation on one hand. I don't really want to have to go through it again and have to go through all this sort of shit. So I don't know what's going on. But as I was saying before, I would like to be able to touch on the Rihanna Barreau case. She went back, she was 12 years old and she went back missing back, I think it was 1992. And she went missing from here in Adelaide. Yeah, I love when doctors tell you you shouldn't be in pain, but yet, hello, you're not in my body. I am in pain. I had one doctor trying to tell me that the pain I was feeling at one stage before I got the new doctor I've got, which I absolutely think the world of, they were just like, oh, it's probably just phantom pain. Now, for those, I asked him to explain it to me, so then, why not? It means it's not real pain. It's just pain that you're making up in your head or some sort of shit like that. And I'm like, no. And then I got the doctor I've got now, and he sent me for nerve tests and all that sort of stuff. And it turns out the other doctor was wrong. It wasn't phantom pain. That's what I was told. I had carpal tunnel on both hands. So that was fun. I wanted to go back and say, in your face. But then I thought, no, I'm not going to be that mean. But I can be if I need to be. Yeah, it's just, I don't know how I could have done it. Well, I've slipped over in the shower a few times, that's for sure. And before anyone says get those anti-slip mats, I can't because my bath isn't, shower area. It has one of those like little square little bath things in it. And it has like the rivets. So if I do get a non-stick mat, it's not going to stick to it. So no point suggesting that. But I'm just so over being in pain. But I look at it this way. I get to have a relaxing day over this weekend and just do some washing and do sweet fuck all because I've had a full-on week. So, yes, very, 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 very tired. Yeah, and the hot weather doesn't help matters either. So, like I said, I'm trying my hardest. Hang on. Yeah, so that's also why I don't want one, Kitty Witty. I don't really feel like having a mold pool in my shower. So I'm not doing that. And even if, like I said, even if I could get one, I wouldn't want one because they're a pain in the ass. And especially, can you imagine me trying to lift that mat up when my hands are playing up? Yeah, that'd be fun to try and explain why I haven't moved it out to clean it. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to touch base with everybody, see how everybody's doing. Bullshit, what did I just do? I didn't do anything. So I'm just trying to see something. Oh my God, I hate this phone sometimes. If I could just do one live where I don't boot myself out of the studio, that'd be a freaking miracle. Bit of news as well. Today is Friday, the 17th of January. So for those who are watching this closer to the date, Aussie True Crime was having a few technical issues. So she unfortunately couldn't go live tonight. So please tune in when I think she said she's going to do it Monday. But yeah, please tune in for that because, she's discussing a case that's actually from across the pond, as they say. And she's going to be collaborating with Mac J. So please remember to tune into that. And Wednesday she does Wednesdays for William, which is William Tyrrell, who's been missing for quite a long time. I think it's 10 years now. It'll be 11 years this year, I believe, that he's been missing for, and he was missing from here in Australia. What else was I going to tell you all? Yeah, summer sucks. For those who like hot weather, you're crazy, but you're not crazy. It's like, just, I don't understand how people like this hot weather. Some people like lie out in the sun in this weather. Oh, you wouldn't get me doing that. But I'm going to be watching the JonBenét thing again on Netflix now that I can actually see a bit clearer. I'll be able to make out what people are trying to tell me about how certain things with John Ramsey, but we'll see how we go with that. But I still think it's a bit strange how he came out with that. For all these years, we've all been led to believe that JonBenét's hands were tied above her head. Sorry for being disgusting with this. Trigger warning for everybody who doesn't want to hear this. Her hands were tied above her head and he couldn't untie the knots because they were just too tight. But then in this Netflix documentary, he comes out and says her hands were tied behind her back. I find that very strange, whether it was just a mismemory or something like that. I just find it a bit weird that he wants everyone in the world to think that he's innocent, but he comes out with an inconsistency in that case. I don't know. Oh, sorry, I'm just really tired tonight. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. But if there is a case that you think that I might do a good spin on, anybody, please feel free to put them in the comments after the live and I'll see what I can do. I won't, under any circumstances, one circumstance only, that I'll bring up the Watts case is if someone's on panel with me and they want my opinion on something about it, and then I'll give it, but I'm not going to be doing any future lives about it because at the end of the day, as horrible as it might sound, there's nothing anyone can find now or come out with now that is going to change the outcome. Shanann, Bella, Cece, and little baby Nico still lost their lives. You know, nothing's going to change that. So as much as it sounds horrible to say this, I refuse to discuss it because it's a case that, in my opinion, is closed. And again, that's in my opinion. You know, if something comes out that, you know, Chris Watts is going to trial, then by all means, I might touch on it. But there's a few other channels out there that are still discussing this case to this day, and I just don't want to be one of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a case that, while tragic, it does not interest me anymore. And I'm sorry if that disappoints everybody who wanted me to continue discussing it. I've just got nothing that is going to be relevant to add to it. You know, and there are a lot of things that are coming out with, like there was a mysterious handbag found in the dining room and no one can explain who it is, who it belonged to, but yet Kessinger was seen with the same bag. Oh, sorry, Hamilton was caught with the same freaking bag within a few days when she went to get herself interrogated. You know, so I personally just know. But I'm sure that there'll be people out there who will discuss it more in detail. I don't know many channels that are at the moment because a lot of the people, as we all know, that were discussing this case in detail have since lost their channels. So, and I won't be promoting them here tonight because I don't know where they've gone. I know where one's gone, but I'm not going to promote that shit. Fuck that. I have something really cool to tell all of you. Yeah, well, it's not cool, but that's just, I am sorry, but like I said, if someone's on panel with me and they ask me a question about the Watts case, then by all means, I'll discuss it, but that you won't anytime soon see me advertising to do a Watts live, you know, like What's New kind of thing, because that case pisses me off more than anyone realizes. I think that I'm discussing it. What the fuck? I don't think, well, this is one thing I will say about it though. I think personally that everybody that was connected to that crime, everybody that was involved, and when I say everybody, I think there was a few people involved, not just Chris, are not where they should be. Like Shanann should not be deceased. Cece and Bella and Nico should not be deceased. They're not where they should be. But the people that were involved in the actual crime itself, and they're still walking the streets. Lift your game, Colorado Police Department. Come on. Like, far out, Brussels sprout, you know, like, it's really awkward when I want to actually drop the F-bomb, but I'm not sure if anyone who's in the background, I'm not saying anyone in the background that's going to report me, but I don't want to be reported for swearing. So I'm trying my absolute hardest to limit my swearing. And let's see if I can go through an entire live without swearing. It's going to be very difficult because swearing is my second language. But I hope that everybody who is within Australia, when I say this, is keeping cool, because we are in summer. We haven't had a bad summer so far, but I don't want to like saying that out loud, because every time I say that, the last few days are like in the 40s and yuck. I'm like, yuck. Summer has never been a season I like. Yes, that when I heard that, that actually made me quite sick to know that the police department. Thank you, Kitty Witty. The police department gave them some. Oh man, I'm trying really hard not to swear. The Colorado Police Department apparently gave them a plaque for a job well done at solving like the cases they've solved. Now, they may have solved a few, and you know, a gentle pat on the back for that, but they haven't solved the JonBenét Ramsey case, and because there's people still involved in the Watts case that have not been indicted. They haven't solved the two cases that I'm personally more familiar with than the other tragedies that have happened in Colorado. I think it's disgusting. And like I was discussing with a dear friend the other day on the phone, it comes down to, I'll discuss it like I am now, but I won't go, this is what happened on that day, that morning of, you know, August 2018. I won't go into details like that. I'll talk about it like I am now, but not the actual case itself, apart from, you know, how there are a lot of people who still think that there are more people involved than just Chris, and I agree with those people 100%. I do not, under any circumstances, believe that Shanann did anything to the children. I do not believe that for a second. I think that when Chris said they wanted to separate and she said that you'll not see the girls again, I simply think that meant that she was going to go for full custody. I don't think that meant that she was going to unalive them. So that's my opinion on when, if anybody happens to ever think, what's your opinion on when she said about you'll never see the girls again? Well, then that just, for me, that's what I believe. I believe she meant that I'm going to get full custody, you're not, and you're going to be worse off than you are now because you're going to be paying maintenance through your ass. And as we call it over here, child support. So I think that's what she meant. Hey, Miles, how you doing? You know, I just want people to know that it's not a case that I personally, like, there's a lot of shit that went on in, I just swore, a lot of bull twang that went on in that case, and I think that it's best for me that unless I'm on someone else's panel discussing it or I'm in someone's chat, I'll discuss it then, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make an entire live about that. People might say, well, you discuss the Ramsey case a lot, and it's like, well, because of the fact that there's so many, for me, there's so many hiccups, you know, and no one's been held accountable for that. So that's why I do discuss the JonBenét case a lot, is because it's been over 20 years and no one's been found guilty for it, or no one's been arrested, and all this kind of stuff. I'm trying really hard not to swear. But yeah, like I said, it's just like trying my hardest just to focus on cases that I can actually look at and go, okay, I might be only a small little channel, but maybe, just maybe, something I say could make sense. And if it doesn't, let it go. If I say something that you don't like, let it go. Don't come at me, because I've always said on my channel, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And when it comes to any cases I choose to discuss, any at all, that's my opinion. Always only my opinion. You know, if I've got people up on panel, then they can have their opinion. If you're in chat, you can have your opinion. But here's a little bit of advice I'm going to give every single hater out there of me. If you are going to listen to my channel and you are going to listen to anything about it, before you decide to comment or unsubscribe or anything like that, if you want to unsubscribe, be my guest. But what I'm saying is, if you are going to only listen to, say, 5 or 10 minutes or 20 minutes of, say, a 2-hour live, if you're going to only listen to, say, 20 minutes of it and then start throwing judgment in my face, whether it's through text message, through messenger, through comment section, whatever it may be, all I ask you to do is listen to the entire live. And if you still have that same opinion that you want to throw at me, be my guest. But all I'm going to say is, going forward, try listening to my entire live before you start throwing feces at me. You know what I mean? Like, I am trying very, 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 very hard not to say anything bad. It's not easy to avoid swearing, because everyone that knows me knows that I swear. Like when I talk to Kitty Witty, it's funny, I was talking to Kitty Witty the other day, and it was awesome because we were going back and forth, and then Kitty Witty out of nowhere just said the F word. I'm not going to say the word, but it was the F word. And I was actually in shock, because when she's in chat, she doesn't swear. And she goes, oh, I don't want to be kicked out. I'm like, you're a mod. You can't be kicked out. You're fine. If you need to swear, swear. I don't care. I just don't want to read it out loud because I'm trying my hardest not to swear. And this year, for my 4th anniversary, I am going to do a poll on my community page on my channel. And I am going to leave it up to the subscribers, because I don't do membership. Got no interest in that. I am going to be doing a poll, whether, discuss a few things, or list, sorry, I should say, a few things that I would like to discuss, but then whatever gets the most votes, please don't be Watts, but I'll be including Chris Watts in that. And then I will go, which would you like to hear me talk about on my anniversary special? And then I'll do it. If I have to, I will discuss the Watts case there, but everybody that knows me just about knows that when I had Cheryl and Cadel on my channel, that's when it was like, for me personally, that was me wrapping up the Watts case. That was me not discussing it in like, oh, let's discuss the shadows. Let's discuss who was that walking out first of the Watts house that morning. Was it Chris or was it Kessinger? Oh my, I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm saying is if that's the one that gets voted, then by all means, I'll do some more research on the latest updates and all that kind of crap. And we'll go from there. But I'm not going to be overboard with it. So if you have if there's things that I've discussed on my channel throughout the whole time I've had my channel, it doesn't just have to be what I've discussed this year, because this is pretty much my 2nd live this year. And I think it is anyway. I want people to be able to have input. So then, it's good. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good year. Everything's going to come full circle and everything's going to be fabulous. Miles, have I seen you in here before, out of curiosity? Please let me know if you're still in here. But like I've always said, everybody's welcome in here. And I want everyone to feel as though that if they're uncomfortable with someone that's in my chat and they feel like somebody in my chat is someone that I personally have told you, or I don't want in here, and you have a wrench, you know what to do. And if you don't, remove them. But like I said, just make sure you're 100% sure. All right? Because I don't want to remove people when they don't necessarily, if it hasn't been brought to my attention first. So fingers crossed, like I said, I'll be doing a few more lives this year. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. But like I said, we need to figure out what we're going to talk about this year, and I talked a little bit about my life in my last live, and I talked about how I'm very grateful to every single person who has ever helped me, whether it's sending me a gift, whether it's sending me money via my PayPal, whatever it may be, or just a phone call. Anyone that's ever been there for me, I want to say thank you. Today's been a bit of a rough day because I went into the CT scan, and I'm not good in small spaces. I fucking hate it. And then, yes, I just swore, I know, after I said I'm going to try not to, but I really do. I really hate small confined places. And even though it only went up to the top of my chest, like so to my shoulders, I was still feeling like absolute doo-doo. And I started feeling really panicky. And then out of nowhere, a voice comes onto the thing and goes, please take in a deep breath. So you do, and then it says, now hold. And I'm like, okay. And then it's like 10, 15 seconds later, it's like, now release, breathe normally. And you're like, oh, thank God that's over. And then within about 30 seconds, take a deep breath in, hold. And it's like, ugh. It's like, too bad if I went in there and I was having an asthma, like having a bad day with my asthma, that'd be freaking awkward. But I'm trying my best. And that's at the end of the day, without sounding too weird about it, that's all I can ever do. You know what I mean? I can't, how can I put it? There's no, in my vocabulary since the surgery, don't want there to be the words I can't. I want there to be words saying like I can. And I told myself that I wouldn't be able to cook the dishes I wanted to over the last 2 days, but guess what? I did it because I had the mindset. And a very dear friend of mine, you might all know her in here when she comes in here, DJ Aussie Mum, she said, treat it as though it's a fun activity. Don't treat it as though it's a chore, because if you're treating it like it's a chore, you're not going to want to do it. So I treated it like it was a fun thing to do. And I cooked the dishes I wanted to cook for this fortnight, and I'm pretty freaking rapt that I was able to do it. And like I said, going forward, I'm going to try my hardest to be more uplifting to people. And sometimes it's very difficult because I do myself still have down days. Excuse me, I'm on drops, I'm on Maxi Dex, and this, I've got to try and read it. Is it Hilo? Well, I can't freaking read it. Oh, there you go, Hilo Fort. Those drops, so I put them in before I go to bed, and then about half an hour to an hour before I do those, I have to do my Maxi Dex. But when I was in hospital, I was on about 6 different drops. And when I got discharged, they were so happy with how my eye is healing already that they reduced the 6 drops that I was on to only 2. So I'm actually quite impressed with myself for that, knowing the fact that I'm doing everything I possibly can to make sure I don't do anything to risk it. Anytime I've been told not to do any heavy lifting, but hey, if I don't do any heavy lifting, who's going to walk me around? Who's going to carry me around if I can't do any heavy lifting? That was a joke. But like I said, I'm trying my absolute hardest just to find things that I've missed not being able to see clearly of, like I've been, like over the last few days as well, I've been doing some washing with my dirty clothes, well, more so than ever. And it's just the fact that things I'm trying to do that I wouldn't, when I had my eye issue, I could do laundry and all that sort of stuff, but now I'm able to actually do more instead of just like about 6 or 8 pieces of clothing, then go hang it out and then be absolutely exhausted. I still get tired because my hands get sore, but now I can actually do a few more things than I couldn't do before. It's great. Now, while I've got still 4 people in here, does anybody have a question for me? You can ask anything, but just remember I reserve the right not to answer if I don't want to. So that's my choice, because I'm me. I have that choice. But like, while everyone's trying to figure out what can we ask her, which I doubt anyone would ask anything. When I was going in for the surgery, I haven't told anybody. Well, I've told a few people, I think. But prior to when they were doing, like they said, count down from 10, when they did the eye surgery, I was freaking out because when I had my meniscus removed from one side of my knee and when I had my hand done, both done at a different hospital, mind you, they said they had difficulty waking me up afterwards. And that scared me. And when I tried telling some people that, a lot of people were just like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. And it's just like, right. When I had my last eye operation, they had difficulty waking me up. I had my knee done, they had difficulty waking me up. When I did my hand, like they did my hand operation, they had difficulty waking me up. So when people want to turn around and say to me that I'll be fine, I love them all for saying that, but it still put fear in me. You know, and being afraid isn't something I openly admit to. So if I do openly admit to you that I'm afraid of something, try and refrain from telling me I'll be fine. Because the chances are next time I might not be. And you're all going to miss me terribly because I'm so freaking awesome. I'm trying to make myself feel good about myself because I had a shit day. And yes, I swore again. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, I don't think anyone's wanting to talk, so that's cool with me. There's only 3 of you in here now, and that's fine. But I am going to go because I need a shower because I am sweating like a stripper in a church. And that's probably not a good thing to say, but it's a joke. But I want you all to take care of yourself, take care of each other. Oh, hang on. Sorry, on note. It's okay, Kitty Witty. It's all good, done. But like I said, you know, all right, this is something that you probably all don't know about me. At least twice a day since I've had this surgery, I cry. Because I'm just still in shock that I will never, ever be 100% me again. I'll always be 98% me. Because I've had 2 corneal transplants, one in my right, one in my left. So I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm hoping that I don't need any other transplants of any kind. But I am going to go because I need a shower. Should have maybe had the shower before I went live, but that fan's so nice. Sorry, I have a fan that I got from Kmart a couple of weeks back, or about a month or 2 ago, sorry. And it's one of those really big ones. Well, it's not big, it's only like 50-something centimeters, but when this is going to sound so gross, but I'm talking about a fan. So whoever's thinking dirty, try not to. When the fan blows its cool air on me, I'm like, oh, that feels so nice. Yeah. But no, like I said, ever since my surgery, like I said, I cry at least twice a day because I feel as though, like, even though my vision's not clear, it's clearer. And it upsets me to know that the only reason I got this cornea is because someone is no longer here. And it breaks my heart to know that. And, yeah, I could give kudos to anyone out there who is a blood donor, donates blood, donates their organs and stuff, who is an organ donor of any kind. Thank you for doing that. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart because, yeah, there's not many people out there who would do that. Speaking of which, anyone in Australia know when season 7 of Young Sheldon is going to drop on Netflix? Please let me know if you know, because I'm getting so sick of waiting for it. And there's only so much of Young Sheldon I can handle before I can get into season 7. They upgrade bloody Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like there's no tomorrow. They could upgrade that. Well, then bloody upgrade Young Sheldon, you mongers. Assholes. Yes, I swore again because it's annoying me. But yeah, I am going to go have a shower, guys. I'm sorry this is such a short live, or I might go a little bit longer so it takes it up to an hour. But like I said, I'm just, this weather's doing my head in. It's making me feel like shite. And I did not swear then. But like I said, I'm thinking of doing a poll on my channel so you guys can determine what I put up, or talk about, I should say, on my anniversary. But time will tell. So who's it? Okay, I know Kitty Witty's in here. I don't think Miles is in here. Hang on, that's his name. Sorry, I gotta make sure I say this right. Yeah, Miles. I don't think he's in here anymore, but if he is, hello again. Whoever's in the background, please make yourself known so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself, even though technically I am. And if you don't want to, that's fine too. You can just lurk in the background. It's all good. But trying my hardest here. And sometimes trying is part of life. It is always part of life. I just hope that this weekend goes the way I'm hoping it does. Like I can just have a relaxing weekend and do sweet FA. Apart from some more washing. I know I need to do that. But again, thank you to every single person who's ever donated, sent a gift, sent me anything, rang me. All of it means a lot. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, sorry guys, I desperately need a shower. I smell so bad. But I will be back when I have more important, like more interesting things to talk about, because obviously this live has been not very interesting. But like I said, I get my results back on Wednesday from my CT on my neck. Fingers crossed it all goes to plan. And then from there, I will keep you all posted if you all want to know. But if you don't, then I won't. It's all good. Sorry, it's just so freaking hot here. It's unreal. I have no idea what the temperature is at the moment, but I know that I'm sweating and I don't want to sweat before I go to bed. All right, guys, all of you take care. Have a wonderful night. And I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. If you wish to donate, my PayPal is in my description. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if those, you know what, I'm going to try my absolute hardest not to mention where it is anymore, because I don't want to come across as like I'm a beggar or anything like that, because I'm not. I'm just letting people know that it's always in my description. And like I said, if you have any cases you think I might be able to do a good twist on it, feel free to let me know in the comments after the live. We'll see what we can do. I'll see what I can do. Because no one ever wants to collaborate with me anymore, or at all. Well, not even anymore at all. Just in general, no one wants to, which is fine. I'm used to it. It's all good. All right, guys. All of you take care of yourself. And until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Take care. Bye.